Hello lovelies, it's Monday morning. I'm chilly again. I've got a little heater on here, but I'm also covered in woolly things, as you can see. Hope everyone's okay. Thank you for all the comments on last week's podcast. I haven't answered any of them yet, I don't think. I'm hoping to do that today. Back to work today, boo. But hopefully easing myself in fairly gently. Trying to keep warm. Also, the tech editing course starts today, so that's very exciting. And like a kid in the new term, I need to sort out a file and pens and everything before that starts. Because of course I do. So yes, hope everyone's having a good week so far, and I will catch up with you later. Cheers. Hello lovelies, this is a request from George. Hello lovely. Who asked about my row counters. Now I have got a lovely row counter that's made for me by Peggy, a beaded one, but I also have a lot of these, and because I have more than one project on the go, you see these sometimes. These are just the normal bog standard row counters that you would stick on a straight needle. It sits at the end of the row and you just turn it every time you finish a row. And all I've done is put it on a bit of spare yarn with a little loop. Don't ask me what sort of knot it is, I'm not good on knots. So where it's joined together is tucked inside, and that just hangs on the needle. I use it almost as a stitch marker, and when I'm working in the round I tend to use it as a an end of round marker, because then that helps differentiate it from the other stitch markers I've got going on. So I hope that answers the question, George. Just your bog standard Clover or Pony or whoever row counter, just on a bit of spare yarn. Cheers. Hello lovelies, it's Tuesday morning. And today I really have got to go back to work. Yesterday was a bit of admin, making phone calls and that sort of thing. But today I've got actual work to do, so I will do that. But I also have homework to do, because yesterday my tech editing course started. So there's a live session on Zoom, although if you're not around to watch it live, you can catch up later, which is what I'll be doing with today's session. And then there's homework, so I've got that to do, which is a tech edit of a sample pattern. So that's very exciting. So I need to get a little bit of work done and then start on my homework. The next 3 weeks plus are probably going to be quite busy, but in a good way, hopefully. Also, you may remember, I think it was a couple of months ago, I made a blanket for my sister-in-law using the AliExpress, the whirly whirly machine. And her mother visited her and was rather taken with the blanket. So she's asked if I can make one for her to give to her mother as a Christmas present. So that's what I'm doing. I'm actually making it in all the same colours all the way through. I'm sorry. She offered to buy yarn, but I said, well, if you don't mind a similar colour palette, I have yarn, and I sent her a picture of some of the cones that I've got. So I'm holding 3 strands of yarn together. These are my tubes. Now when they first come off the machine, they're quite stiff, and you can see they almost look ribbed because of the distance between the needles. So one of my favourite parts of this is giving it a good old stretch out. And it helps to just kind of, it's like a version of blocking, I suppose, but a rather extreme one. So it just helps to kind of soften the tube and even out the stitches. Oh no, I won't do that around my neck. I was trying to do it around my shoulders. Oh dear. There we go. It's kind of quite satisfying in that. Oh, it would work as a scarf. It is quite chilly today. So I'm going to do some work and I'll catch up with you later. Cheers. Hello lovelies. How are we? It's Thursday. Tomorrow is going to be a busy day because I've got a lot on, and also we're heading off to London in the evening for a concert, so I'll tell you all about that next week. But how are we? I hope everyone's okay. I've had a bit of a lesson in humility this week, which is no bad thing, but not pleasant. I've started the tech editing course, which I'm really enjoying. Put my first assignment in, got it back. Oh, I'd made some stupid mistakes. Embarrassingly stupid mistakes. And that's a very uncomfortable experience. So I thought I'd done well. I thought I'd checked myself well. That's the frustration. Only to find that I hadn't. That I'd made a daft mistake. And then the self-flagellation starts, as it inevitably does, because oh, I shouldn't be doing this. If I'm anything, I'm a designer, not an editor. My attention to detail is too... You know, you go on to this whole loop, and some of it's true, some of the time. It's very easy to beat ourselves up, isn't it? And to just think very negative thoughts when we've made a mistake. And I'm trying to be kind of balanced and measured about it, because if I did everything perfectly, I wouldn't need to do the course. Of course, it's frustrating when you have the lesson and then you make the mistake, but it has taught me that if I had done another little cross-check, I would probably have picked up the mistake and not made it. So there's a lesson learned. So I'm trying to sort of gain all the positives from that. I haven't been kicked off the course. It wasn't an absolute disaster, but the mistakes I made were mistakes I feel I shouldn't have made. But, you know, I mean, this is what happens when you're learning. The learning curve, I used to train, you know, over my career, as we laughingly call it, I've trained a number of people, and I always say the learning curve isn't like that. It's, I'm never going to get this. Oh, I've got this. Oh, I've made a mistake. And then you start the long incline. So I'm just there. That's okay. Not pleasant, but okay. Knitting a little hat for my great niece. This will be part of her Christmas present. Made a couple of little ears to go on it, as you do. And apart from that, just sort of plodding on. Now, of course, we are getting towards the end of November, which means the month-end podcast will be up this weekend, hopefully Saturday. If not, don't be alarmed. Saturday we have a drumming activity, a local, they're calling it a frost fair. It's a local retail opportunity. There'll be, you know, a little street market, and the usual shops will be running whatever they run, and we're drumming. So that's happening Saturday, sort of during the day. But hopefully I will get the podcast up as usual. Like I say, if it's not, it'll be Sunday. And then after that, it's beginning to look a lot like Vlogmas. So next week's podcast, vlog rather, will be on Thursday. Hang on, what day is the 1st? Yes, Thursday. So on the 1st I will start Vlogmas. Despite popular request, I am singing. I'm sorry. I've written a few of the songs, so we're getting there. Yes, so I will start Vlogmas. So the one for the 1st may be a little longer than the rest will be, because it will be covering the stuff I'm doing this weekend. And then it will be the daily Vlogmas. So my Vlogmases tend to be under 10 minutes as a rule. And they are just sort of little snippets of where I've been and what I've been doing, and a song, because, you know, every silver lining has a cloud. I hope to post every day. I never promise to, because you never know what life is going to throw in the next few weeks, but if you would like to see it and you're able to join me, it will be lovely to have your company. And if not, I completely understand. It's a busy time of year, so that'll be it for this week. I hope those of you who are in the States and who celebrate Thanksgiving have been having a great time, and I hope everyone else is also having a great time, just perhaps not with such a obvious focus. So take good care, everyone. I will see you on the 1st for Vlogmas, and I will catch up with you then, and month-end podcast tomorrow. So thank you, everyone. Take care. Bye bye.